Hey everyone, welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny and today I have got a $30 budget prepper pantry stock up from the Dollar Tree. We're able to get into the Dollar Tree and get a few items for our pantry. I was pretty excited with the stuff I found. They're like random things that we don't usually see there, but once in a while we get a good amount of organic products that are brought in, and only $1.25 really was a super good deal for some of these, and I was really excited to get them in the pantry. I found most of these things before, but it's been quite a while since I've seen them in there, and I was happy that they are bringing them back because I love to get good quality stuff in the pantry whenever I can at the best price that I can, because with this economy we really have to search and look and find all those deals. So let's jump in and see what we got. So the first thing I grabbed was one of these cotton mop heads. I don't see these very often, and when they're in, there's usually one or two. Today there was only one, so I just grabbed this one. But these are 100% cotton, and these make wonderful wicks. If you are having an emergency and the grid is down and you need to make a quick oil lamp or even a candle, you could break these down to thinner pieces for a candle. These work great for oil lamps. Just any jar, poke a hole in the top, stick the string in, fill it up with whatever kind of oil you have. Rancid cooking oil is my favorite because that way it's not going to waste. We still can use it for that, and it doesn't smell horrifying or anything like that. So I love these mops. I think they're a great deal. Good for cleaning the floors, but also great for other purposes. There's all kinds of stuff you can use cotton string for. And the next thing I grabbed was a couple packs of these Taster's Choice. I'm not a huge instant coffee fan, but in an emergency situation, I definitely want to have something for coffee. Even if it's instant, it will at least make me happy. So these have the little individual packs. There's 6 packets in each one for $1.25. Not bad. They're all sealed up in little Mylar packages inside, so you really don't have to repackage them. I take them out of the box and just put them in a glass jar and put a tight lid on it. That's it. So I don't vacuum seal them or anything. I just stick them in there just to help keep anything out so it's not going to chew through the packaging. And let's see, and then they had a bunch of the red gold items in. So I grabbed a couple of the diced tomatoes. These are super good. They have the green chilies in them, and we like that it adds a little extra flavor to those diced tomatoes. We use them a lot in our bean soups and anything you put diced tomatoes in, really. They're great. I like the green chilies. I think they just add that little extra yumminess. You don't have to add a can of those, which is good. And then I grabbed a couple more cans of the Swanson's chicken broth. I really like this broth, and it works great in all sorts of recipes. We buy some bigger containers other places, but this is a super good deal for Swanson's broth. I cannot find it anywhere else for $1.25 or less. The next thing I grabbed was Mrs. Eden's Garden pear halves. These are great. Fruit is so expensive canned up, so we like to grab it whenever we can when we're there and get any of those fruit items in that we like. We don't love tons of canned fruit, but we do like pears and pineapple, and they didn't have the Libby ones that I normally buy, so I didn't get those today, but that's okay. I'll find them again, I'm sure. And because we love pineapple, we cook with it a lot and do all sorts of stuff. And you can eat it out of the can. It's pretty good. And the next thing I grabbed was the Red Gold Sloppy Joe mix. These are super good as well. We used to always buy the Manwich brand, but everything is getting so expensive. I tried these. They're really good. So just adding a couple more into the pantry to make sure we have plenty of everything. Oh, of course, we have to have some matches. Matches, you in a grid down situation, you are going to need a lot of matches. I particularly like the wooden matches because you can put them in a little plastic shoebox or container and just make sure you're keeping them dry, and they're going to work just fine. Lighters are easier and I like those, but they do run out. So keeping those rotated is important because the gas inside will just evaporate over time. If they sit too long, your matches are not going to go bad as long as they are dry. So we love to keep a huge supply because especially if it's wet outside and you're trying to light a fire, it is extremely difficult. You may go through quite a lot of matches if you're not used to doing that and you don't have the right tinder, or sometimes it's just difficult. So being prepared for those difficult moments in an emergency situation can be extra helpful for you, just to make sure you have plenty. Let's see, the next thing I grabbed, they had some Muir Glen products. They only had one of the spaghetti sauce. I found these a few months back. They had some, and these are super good. We love the Muir Glen, but they are over $4 at our local grocery stores and $1.25. I grab them whenever I see them to get them in the pantry. And they also had the Muir Glen crushed tomatoes and basil. They had a whole bunch of these. I did pick up 4 cans because these are great. And the crushed tomatoes, it really doesn't matter what the size of the cut up pieces are or if they're whole tomatoes. You can take these and blend them if you want to make sauce, or just smash them down, cook them more. You can do it. It's really simple and easy to do. So we buy whatever size is available for tomatoes, whether it's crushed tomatoes, whole tomatoes, diced, sauce. We buy everything, and then if it's not what we want at the moment and that's all we have, we can adjust it to work for us. So I really like that. So we just always grab whatever decent tomato products we can find to get them on the shelf. And I do love to garden, but tomatoes are one of those things. I do not like to can tomatoes because, you got a 50-pound basket of tomatoes, and next thing you know, by the time you get it cooked down to actual sauce, you're looking at a couple of quarts. It goes so fast once you get all that liquid out of there and get it thick enough for an actual sauce. So I gave up a few years ago, and we just grow a few tomato plants for fresh tomatoes, and I buy my canned as long as I can afford them. I will buy them at the store. And then when I can't, then I will grow them and can them. But I'm not going to cause myself extra work if I don't have to. And tomatoes are just one of those things. I love to can, but not tomatoes. The next thing I grabbed was A1 steak sauce. I love this. $1.25 for 5 ounces is a super good deal. At our local Walmart, which is the other cheapest place, it is about $4 for an 8-ounce bottle. So I can get 2 of these for $2.50 and have way more, and it's way cheaper. So I love A1. That's my favorite steak sauce, so I keep a good supply of that in. And then also sweet chili sauce. They had these in again, and I really love these. We tried them, 6 months ago was the first time we tried them, and they are delicious on any kind of chicken and rice or anything like that. So, so good. Throw just a can of chicken and some canned up onions and peppers. Super simple and easy with chili sauce. Put it over rice. Quick, fast meal. Super cheap too. The next thing I grabbed is a couple of the Reach dental floss. Dental floss is a wonderful multi-purpose item for your preps. I think it is so important. We keep it in everywhere. It is great. You got to floss your teeth anyway. Make sure you're keeping them clean, especially in an emergency situation when you can't get to the dentist. But this also doubles as a wonderful waterproof thread because it is really nice and thin, and it also is wax covered, so you can stitch up boots, a tent, a jacket, anything like that, and not have to worry about that cheap thread rotting out. This stuff is super strong and it's going to last, and I love that. I think that is another really important thing to have. And the next thing I got was a couple of the bamboo toothbrushes. I really like the bamboo toothbrushes, and whenever they have 2-packs, I like to grab them because they can be quite pricey. And the last thing that I got was a handy dandy little lighter. These have the shorter end on them, but they're still great for candles, and they are refillable. The long lighters that they carry now are not refillable. At our store anyway, I always look for that. I want to be able to refill it, so it is even cheaper because we buy a can of butane and you just keep filling these bad boys up and they keep lasting and lasting and lasting. So we like that to go along with our matches, but they're good for any time you're starting the fire or anything like that. Candles, lanterns, anything. So we love to have them. And that is it for my $30 haul. I was super happy to get some organic tomato products in the pantry because they can be so expensive at the store, anything organic, and we always look out for that at the Dollar Tree. It's not something they regularly carry, but they do get them in randomly here and there, and I always snag them when I find them. It is so important right now to keep our pantries full, so get out there, find the best deals that you can, and get as much as you can in your pantry so you've got it while we navigate through this crazy world that we're living in. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!